Good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name's Ben. As per usual, we have some news for you. GW have previewed some of the rules for Morvenn Vahl, the head honcho of the Sisters of Battle, you know, the top girl in charge with a fancy new warsuit. Got previewed at Warhammer, what day was it? Was it Tuesday? Yeah, the Warhammer Fest Online 2021 on Tuesday. Very nice to cap off the Sisters release. And, well, without further ado, let's go into a rule set. Now, her actual stat profile, her stat line, it's pretty impressive, really, with the exception of the toughness and the strength, which I'll go into. You've got movement of 8, which means her and her warsuit friends will be jobbing up around the table, getting stuck in doing the Emperor's work. Weapon skill, ballistic skill 2. Whenever she reaches out to strike something or shoot at something, more than likely she's going to score a hit. Strength, toughness of 5, that will be the sticking point for me. Her strength obviously will be buffed by her spear, as you'll see later on, but the toughness, you don't want her to go in combat with things like Mortarion. She's not going to stand up against it. She has got some nice little tricks further on in the actual preview that will help her, but it's probably not a good idea. She's not a huge beat stick. She's not going to be absolutely dishing out the pain in close combat. That being said though, in a pinch she can do some work. Wounds 8, which is fair enough, you can hide her. Again, you want to be sticking her in the in large groups of warsuits, I'd imagine. And leadership 9, as you'd expect, with a 2+ armor save, that's fair enough. Now, her survivability comes from her warsuit giving her a unique sort of damage reduction ability. So you got the Purgator Mirabalis warsuit. Basically, gives her a 4+ invulnerable save, which is very, very nice. It's hard to get 3+ invulnerable saves nowadays. And on a d6 4+, if she suffers some mortal wounds for obviously psychic attacks, anything like that, it's not going anywhere. That mortal wound is not lost. So she's basically got a 4-up invul against everything and a 4-up feel no pain against mortal wounds. There's a lot of ways to dish mortal wounds out in Warhammer right now, and that is a very, very good saving mechanic there. Now, where she gets her survivability from to mitigate her sort of like not toughness 6 is from the Holy Aegis. Each time an attack is allocated to this model, halve the damage casting attack rounding up. That is really, really good. She is only ever going to receive 3 damage from any particular attack. Well, I don't know, is there any attacks out there that do more than 6 damage? Like 7 or 8 flat? I'm not too sure, but for most regular things, I think we'd agree, without the exception of weird and wonderful outliers, the top end of damage you're going to see is 6, which means she's going to get down to 3. It's going to be hard to punch through that invulnerable save and that damage mitigation, but like I said, there are characters out there in the game right now, the hard hitters, that probably won't have that much of a trouble doing through it, but I don't think that's her role. I think this is help if she has to get stuck in, but she's not going to be going toe to toe with a Primarch. I can't see it unless, like, say, the Sisters Codex has got a lot of tricks up to see, like with some stratagems and different aura buffs that you can help to boost her. But the beat sticks that she's currently rocking is the Lance of Illumination. Now, the model for that is absolutely fantastic, as you can see from the top of the picture there. So much inlay and detail, brilliant. But obviously it's got 2 profiles, which is kind of standard for these big models. Obviously you've got your sweep anti-horde sort of profile, and your sort of like high damage dealing, like single model want to die profile. So the sweeping blow, range type melee, strength user, so rocket strength 5, AP -2, damage 1. Each time an attack is made with this weapon profile, make 2 hit rolls instead of 1. So that'll be giving her a flat 10 attacks, which is going to be making a lot of light work of most hordes. So you're looking at, if you're looking at regular human profile of toughness 3, hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s, fair enough. Same with most toughness 4 profiles, and 1 flat damage, -8, 2 AP, you're going to be pushing a 6-up save or just flat out ignoring the save whatsoever, which is really good. Obviously, you don't want to get bogged down in hordes, and this is a good way for clearing that out. Now, the lunging strike, this is where she deals the damage. Obviously, range type melee, strength +3, so you're talking strength 8, AP -3, flat 3 damage. Now, strength 8 means that she can go out there and potentially be a threat to toughness 8 models. Wouldn't recommend it, because you tend to find toughness 8 models could probably swing back and hurt harder. But in a pinch, she'll do. Abilities: each time attacks made with this weapon profile on an unmodified rule roll of 6, that target suffers 1 more wound in addition to the normal damage. We've seen that profile before on loads of things, similar to a lot of high characters. You know, a 6 gets an extra more wound, which is quite nice. Again, your mid to heavy infantry, really good at killing like not super heavy characters, but it's nice. She can go toe to toe with some things, but again, you're not going to be reaching out and touching a knight with her. That's not what she's designed for. Her guns, however, I think have a lot more potential. You've got obviously the lovely rocket pods mounted on her shoulders there with the sort of cherub gargoyle things, which is really nice. This warsuit itself, every time you get a close-up of it, you realise just how much detail is on that thing. But again, 2 profiles, one sort of anti-horde-ish, and one sort of hard target cracker. I'm a bit disappointed that the anti-horde one isn't blast, but you know, you make do with what you got. I think a lot of this is going to be mitigated with the mechanics of sisters with their miracle dice being able to like sort of force results with damage, and I think rolls, but I'd have to clarification on that one. Definitely damage, but the anti-horde one, range 36, heavy 2d6, strength 4, 1 damage. So I believe that heavy roll, I think the warsuit will ignore the penalty for moving and shooting the heavy. Potentially up to 12 shots, strength 4, but again, potentially down to 2 shots, strength 4, 1 damage. I don't know how the miracle dice can interact with that. I think with miracle dice you can, correct me in the comments below if I'm wrong, you can change the obviously shots mechanic. I'm pretty sure you can. The Prioris missile though, this is the one that's probably going to be the best one. Again, 36 inch range, heavy 2, strength 8, minus 2, d6 damage. Good for punching through armor. Again, force miracle dice down there, 6. Probably can make short work of a tank or a light vehicle. Very nice. And bear in mind that she's going to be got multiple turns with that sort of like long range shooting, which is going to be helping her to be a bit of a threat on the battlefield. Now she's also a nice force multiplier, obviously being the head honcho of the sisters. She has the ability to buff the gals around her. You've got Adepta Sanctorum, an aura. While friendly Adepta Sororitas core units in 6 of this model, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, reroll a hit roll of 1 and reroll a wound roll of 1. So you get to reroll, you know, ones, a hit roll of 1 and a wound roll of 1. I can't believe I don't know if I'm reading this right. Right, see, right, I am right. You get to reroll hits and wounds of 1, which is really nice. Commander of the Adepta Sororitas is another focus buff in the command phase. Select one Adepta Sororitas core or Adepta Sororitas character unit within 6 this model until the end of your starting next command phase. Can't get my words out. Each time a model in that unit makes an attack, you can reroll the hit roll and reroll the wound roll. So every command phase, you can get to buff the standing ability. So instead of rerolling hits and wounds of 1, you get to reroll hits and wounds of everything. I think, if I'm completely honest with you, on the battlefield, she's probably going to get the most sort of potential out of that particular ability, which I can imagine could be absolutely fucking deadly when applied to the right unit. But again, without seeing the full data sheet and how she'll interact with the codex, without seeing the codex, we can't be sure for certain. But if I was to make a bet, probably lay off on your killing ability because it's decent. It's not mind blowing, but that particular full rerolls, yeah, you can't go wrong with that. So yeah, that's the full profile for Morvenn Vahl, the head honcho, the leader of the Adepta Sororitas in a fancy new warsuit. What do you think? Leave your comments in the comments section below. I'm always interested to hear what you think. Do you think she'll be a good inclusion in the sisters? I mean, I personally think she is. I mean, the model looks spectacular. There's no denying that. It's going to be interesting. Oh, she's also on with what looks like a heavy bolter. Keep forgetting about that. That's not a full armament. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens when she hits the tabletop and starts interacting with games online. They'll be able to see. I love the artwork that she's put on there as well. The first section of this, just like sorting, what is it? What are they called? The corn demons. Looks like it's sorting a corn demon out with their ear blocked problem, which is really nice. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section below, guys. But until then, I shall catch you all next time. See you later.